The F-35 Lightning II, the most advanced fighter jet ever. It's also the most expensive. The program's cost? An estimated $2 trillion. That's trillion with a T. This thing costs more than the GDP of many countries. And it's been plagued by delays, lots and lots of delays. The F-35 was supposed to be operational years ago. But here we are, still waiting for it to live up to its promises. The software is buggy, the parts are expensive, and the whole thing feels like it's held together with duct tape and hope. The F-35 is supposed to be a game changer. It's supposed to be invisible to radar. It's supposed to be able to take off and land vertically. It's supposed to be able to do it all. But so far, it's mostly been a lesson in how not to run a military procurement program. The program has seen cost overruns of nearly 70%. Critics argue that the F-35 is a jack-of-all-trades, master of none. In some tests, older jets have outperformed the F-35 in dogfights. The debate continues. Is the F-35 worth the investment? So, why are we spending so much on this plane? Well, the Pentagon says it's essential for national security. They say we need the F-35 to maintain air superiority over our enemies. They say it's the only plane that can counter the threats of the 21st century, but some experts disagree. They say the F-35 is too expensive, too complex, and too unreliable. They say we'd be better off investing in a mix of cheaper, more specialized aircraft. They say the F-35 is a boondoggle, a very expensive boondoggle. The debate over the F-35 is a microcosm of the larger debate over defense spending. How much are we willing to spend on national security? And what are we getting for our money? These are tough questions. Questions that we need to answer before we spend another $1 trillion on a plane that might not even work. Despite all the problems, the F-35 program has reached some milestones. One of those milestones is full-rate production. This means that Lockheed Martin, the company that makes the F-35, is now producing the plane at a rate of over 100 planes per year. This is a big deal because it means that the F-35 is finally starting to enter service in significant numbers. The US military has already ordered over 2,400 F-35s, and other countries like the UK, Australia, and Japan have also placed orders. But full-rate production doesn't mean that the F-35 is out of the woods yet. The plane is still facing a number of challenges that could jeopardize its future. Section 4, bugs and delays. The software is eating the plane. One of the biggest challenges facing the F-35 is its software. The F-35 has over 8 million lines of code. That's more code than in the space shuttle, and all that code is riddled with bugs. These bugs have caused a number of problems, including delays in testing and development. In some cases, they've even prevented the plane from flying. The F-35 software is so complex that it's been compared to a money pit. And it's not clear when or if all the bugs will be fixed. The software delays are just one example of the ongoing challenges facing the F-35 program. The plane is also facing problems with its engines, its weapon systems, and its stealth coding. All of these problems are contributing to the F-35's high cost and its delayed schedule. Section 5, cutting costs. Because $2 trillion is a bit much, even for a plane, the Pentagon is aware of the F-35's cost overruns, and they're trying to do something about it. They've been working with Lockheed Martin to reduce the cost of the plane, and they've had some success. For example, the cost of an F-35A, the most common variant of the plane, has fallen from over $100 million to around $80 million. That's still a lot of money for a plane, but it's a step in the right direction. The Pentagon is also looking for ways to reduce the cost of maintaining the F-35. The F-35 is a very complex plane, and it requires a lot of maintenance. The Pentagon is hoping to find ways to make the F-35 easier and cheaper to maintain. Section 6, 3 flavors of F-35, regular, vertical, and carrier. The F-35 comes in 3 different variants: the F-35A, the F-35B, and the F-35C. The F-35A is the most common variant. It's the one that the US Air Force is buying. The F-35B is the short takeoff and vertical landing, STOVL variant. It's the one that the US Marine Corps is buying. And the F-35C is the carrier variant. It's the one that the US Navy is buying. Each variant of the F-35 is designed for a different mission. The F-35A is designed for air-to-air combat. The F-35B is designed for close air support. And the F-35C is designed for carrier operations. All three variants share a common design, but they have different engines, wings, and landing gear. The F-35 is a versatile aircraft, but its complexity is one of the reasons why it's so expensive. The F-35 program is at a crossroads. The plane is finally entering service in significant numbers, but it's still facing a number of challenges. The Pentagon is hoping that the F-35 will be the game changer that it's been promising for years. But only time will tell if the F-35 will be able to live up to its hype, or if it will go down in history as one of the biggest military boondoggles of all time.